Hey there, Lisa here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you'll join me in my love of crafting and DIYs and hit that subscribe button. This video is part of the Napkin Exchange Challenge, hosted each month by Sarah at Sunflowers and DIYing, and the co-host this month is Handicrafting with Mimi. I will link both of these ladies' channels in the description box, so be sure to check them out. There will also be a playlist full of all kinds of napkin crafts and DIYs for you to check out as well. This month, I sent my napkins to Loli at Loli D's Creations. Be sure to check her link out, which will also be in the description box. And I received my napkins from Cynde at Z9 Designs. So let's take a look at me opening them up. All right, so I got my napkins. I'm so excited to get them open and see what I got. So I received my napkins from Cynde at Z9 Designs. So let's see what she sent me. Oh, she sent me extras. That's so sweet. I didn't do that this month. Oh, look at those. They're gorgeous. Oh, how fun. Oh, these are so cute. I have never seen the teeny tiny ones. You are awesome. Oh, these are so fun. Oh, I've never seen these. Oh, thank you so much, Cynde. That was so sweet. Oh, these crafters are just too sweet. Oh, I'm already loving the napkins I'm seeing in there. All right, let's take a peek at the card. If I can get it open. Oh, I'm opening it upside down, that's why. Oh, some days, y'all. Lisa, tag you or it. Have fun making fabulous DIYs. Z9 Designs. Oh, you have your own business cards. How cool, Cynde. Those are great. Thank you. All right, let's look at these napkins. Oh, and there's something. Oh, there's a little. Oh, cute. It's like a little paper clip. How cute. All right. Okay, too cute. Oh, fun. Look at these nests and flowers. Oh, those are gorgeous. I love them. Love them. All right, what do we got next? Oh, a farm truck with tulips. That is so sweet. So sweet. Ooh, those are pretty. Those big red flowers. These sort of remind me of a carpet I have. Those are gorgeous. And more beautiful flowers. Oh, those are pretty too. Oh my goodness, so many choices. Oh, butterflies. I love butterflies so much. And I don't think it's labeled on which ones I have to use, so I get to choose out of all of these. Oh, those are so romantic. Those give me Valentine's vibes. They're just very romantic. Oh, but that is gorgeous. That would be pretty for like a big piece. And then more flowers. Oh, those are so sweet. Oh, thank you so much, Cynde. I'm so excited. Oh, you guys got to tell me, after seeing these, which ones would you use and which ones should I use? Oh, too many choices. I love them. Thank you so much, and for all the extra gifts. And yeah, thank you. I will link Cynde's channel down below. For my first DIY, I took one of these glass rounds from the Dollar Tree. They are in the kitchen section and are listed as cutting boards. And to me, they look a little bit more like a trivet, but whatever you want to call it. So I got one of these, and this is the clear glass ones. They also have the textured glass ones as well. So I am just going to unwrap it, and I am going to remove the feet. I have done these before and put the feet back on. On this one, I decided it wasn't really that necessary with what I am going to end up doing with it. So I did remove the feet, and then I took and with a glass cleaner and my razor blade, I just scraped off the glue and cleaned off the glue residue that was left and got it nice and clean. Once the glass was all clean, I took this beautiful napkin that I received from Cynde, and I am just going to cut out half of it, and I am going to remove the plies. And the best way I've found to do this for me is to use a piece of tape and tape it to the back ply, and then you can get them off of there. And this is a 3-ply napkin, so make sure that you pay attention to that, because some are 2, 3, 4, whatever you got. Then I take the trusty Mod Podge. I'm going to give this a good thick coat of Mod Podge. Now, I did not get it on as thick as I think I should have. I do end up with streaks, and I think it's just that I had some areas that there wasn't as much Mod Podge, so just be careful to try to get a nice even layer the best that you can. Once I had the Mod Podge down while it was still wet, I took and laid the napkin down face forward so that you can see through the glass and see the front portion of the napkin, if that makes sense. I smooth the napkin out with my hands, and then I take and put another coat of Mod Podge over the top. Once the napkin had dried on the round, I took a fingernail file and just sanded down the edges. And I think in this lighting, you can kind of see what I mean by the streaks. See, there's some areas there you can almost tell where the Mod Podge didn't adhere first. So learn from my mistake and make sure that you get a good even layer. I tried using parchment paper and an iron to smooth that out and get rid of those streaks. However, it just wasn't working because, like I said before, I think that those are just some areas that I just didn't have enough Mod Podge down. I did end up going over it and doing one more coat of Mod Podge, hoping that it could help those streaks. But you know, sometimes there's just no fixing it. It just is what it is. And this was the case for this. For my second DIY, I decided to do something different with the napkins. Now, I've seen this done with paper and napkins and all sorts of different things, but I have never actually tried it. So what I am doing is I am taking some watered down Elmer's glue, and that is what I'm going to use. And we are going to make paper out of this and then envelopes. Now, like I said, I've never done this before, and I'm not sure that my mixture was correct. I sort of feel like maybe I didn't have as much glue as I would like. I mean, it turns out just fine. They work just fine. But the ones that I've seen before tend to be a little bit clearer than these were, which makes me think that maybe my water to glue ratio was off. If I had to venture a guess, I would say 3/4 glue, 1/4 water is probably the best mixture. So basically I take that mixture and I spread it out on some butcher paper, and then I lay my napkin down, making sure that I removed the plies first. You just want that one layer. And so I lay it down, and these are gonna wrinkle. I suppose if you really want to try and avoid wrinkles, you could add just a little bit of glue, then lay a portion of the napkin down and work that way. I kind of like the crinkled look. I think it adds texture and interest to the paper, but whatever you prefer. So then we do a good thick coat over the top. We want to make sure and saturate the entire napkin with the glue and water mixture. And I tried several of the napkins that Cynde sent me. As you'll see here, I'm now peeling them off. So they have dried, and I did let them dry overnight. And these just peeled right up. I didn't have any problems. Once I got the corner, they just peeled right up. And they are pretty pliable and much sturdier than they are without the glue and water mixture. So as you see here, I am just going to be peeling all of these up. And I think I did 5 different ones. I'm trying to remember now, but I do believe that I did 5. You'll have to let me know which napkin design is your favorite for these. Sacrificed one of my favorite envelopes, the last of my favorite envelopes, to make a template to make our own envelopes out of our napkin paper. So this thing, man, was it glued. It It gave me all sorts of trouble, but I finally get it opened up to where I can use it as a template, mostly. It was missing a few chunks here and there. Once I have it opened up, chunks and all, I take and I am just going to trace it out on a piece of cardboard, as I'll probably hang on to this template, and that way it's just a little bit sturdier and will likely last longer. So I'm just using a pencil and just tracing around it, and then I am going to take my scissors and cut out my template. And then we're going to start making envelopes. And this was really, really a fun project. I think this was probably, for me, the most fun. Is just something very different than I've done with napkins in the past. So I did trace around it with pencil, and it is a little bit hard to see. You could also use a marker or pen or something and probably see it a little better. But I trace it around, and then I cut out my envelope shape. Once it was all cut out, then I'm going to just take a glue stick. I'm going to fold over my edges, and we're going to glue the envelope together. So I fold in the two side edges, and then we're going to glue those together. And this paper is, like I said, it's really pliable, and actually it feels pretty sturdy. Kind of like a rice paper. It feels a little bit like a rice paper. And so be careful when you glue them down. I kept putting my fingers in there and making sure that I didn't stick it to the back portion of the envelope. And then once that was glued down, we're going to glue the bottom flap over, and we've made an envelope. And then the top flap could be adhered with tape, or a wax seal would be kind of fun, or a sticker. So I did cut myself out a smaller version of the template, and that's what I'm doing here, is I'm going to make a couple little small envelopes as well. And so I just go to town making these envelopes. I think that I end up making 5, and do the same process for each envelope. For my third and final DIY, I take one of these little planks from the Dollar Tree, and I am just giving it a coat of white chalk paint. Once the chalk paint had dried, I did take and give it, my chalk paint this was some stuff that I'd had in a container, and it was kind of old and clumpy, and so it was a little bit bumpy, so that's why I am giving it a sanding. You probably could skip this step, unless like me, you're using old paint. Once I had it sanded smooth, I took the Mod Podge, and I am just going to spread a nice thin even coat on the whole thing. I take this truck napkin, which is just too stinking cute, and I am removing the plies, and then I am going to cut out the truck. I do this by using my water brush, and I can't for the life of me. I saw another crafter do this. I'm sorry, I've been watching too many craft videos. In a video that I was watching off of a playlist, and it was just genius. I would always like dip the end of a paintbrush, or sometimes I would try with the bristle part of the paintbrush. And I was really struggling, and I gotta say this works really, really well. But this just helps so that you can tear it. Sometimes I fussy cut them out, but it really takes a long time. And this is a pretty intricate design, so I did this instead. So once I get it cut out and it has dried, I take and lay it down on the palette board that is also dry from the Mod Podge, and so then this reactivates the Mod Podge and sticks the tissue paper down, and you really get a flawless finish. It's pretty amazing. You can almost not even tell that it is a napkin. It looks nearly as if it was painted on there. Now I am just going to take and embellish this with some rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree. And so I am just cutting out the letters for tulips. And then over to the side of me, I'm going to use the Farm Fresh, and then the bulbs, stems, and bloom, or seeds, stems, and blooms, and then the little shovel as well. So I am just going to cut those out and apply them where I like them on the board. And for me, I do a combination of using this little burnisher and my fingernail to get these on. Sometimes my fingernail works better. Sometimes the burnisher works better. You could also use a credit card. I got to tell you, I have a love-hate relationship with transfers. I love them when they work for me, but some of these were giving me some problems. I had a heck of a time getting some of these. And somehow I lost the footage of me putting the tulips on there, but I just went one at a time. The T and U were next to each other, so that one was easy. And then I just went one at a time, and voila, they are all on there. And I'm showing you that I'm sorry I lost the footage of that. Honestly, I probably just didn't hit record. And so now I'm going to put the little shovel down there. And then what I'm going to do is just take one of these little crates from the Dollar Tree, and I am literally just going to lay these tulips in there and prop my sign up in front of it. I really like season changeable stuff, so you know I could do the other side of this sign and put something different in the crate for a different season. All right, let's take a look at all the projects we did today. I made those trivets for this. I had this little Lazy Susan, and I want to be able to change it up with the seasons or holidays. And so that is where our bird nest is going. And then I'm just showing you one that I had done prior with tissue paper at one point, just so that you can kind of see how much it changes the look of that centerpiece on my table. And then here we have our little envelopes that we made, and you guys gotta let me know which one's your favorite. I'm really liking those red flowers. And then this is one of the smaller ones, and there's the 4. I actually made 5. There's another butterfly one, and I really think I'm gonna end up using these as seed envelopes. Once the seed packet is open, then I can just put it inside these envelopes. Could also use them as just envelopes to mail a letter or something. And then finally, we have our farm fresh tulips. I do like the end result. So I sure appreciate you taking the time to join in today. I hope that you have found some inspiration or seen something that you loved. If you have, please be sure to leave me a comment below. I really enjoy reading comments and getting to know my subscribers. And if you are not already a subscriber and you like what you saw, please consider subscribing. Love to have you. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to check out the playlist full of more napkin inspiration. Take care. Bye-bye.